Wait, stop again. Stop. I love you, but I hate you. I hate you. Who are you? Who are you?
Where's that bitch Carol Baskin?
God dang, I can't believe we got you on the show straight from incarceration. You're a teaser. You played my favorite song, and I don't have the right to play it until the lead singer of until Thunder says it's okay to play Love Walked in the Door. I got love in my heart, and I love them. I just need them to say it's okay to sing it. But I did not know we were going to have you live from your jail cell. It's good to see you on the Yeah Come On show.
Yeah, I come on pretty much everything in this cell.
Do you? Or do you have a partner? Do you have a partner in there?
I got many partners.
Well,
they just don't let me hang out down there in juvie. I don't even know if he talks like this.
No, I don't know if he does either, but I love it. Great costume. It's so funny because we had Carol Baskins on today.
Are you shitting me?
Yeah, on Rock 100.5.
You guys said Carol Baskin all day.
Yeah, and here's the bad thing, man. Her phone was in and out. You heard her do, hello, kittens. And we're like, we can't use it. We can't use it. So we had to ditch her. And we're hoping to get her on again, but we literally had her on. Then the cool thing, we had the ghost hunters are going out to Tiger King's, I don't know, what do you call it, his zoo?
My zoo, GW Zoo.
Yeah, your zoo is haunted. I don't know if you knew that, but you have a haunted zoo, and Ghost Hunters is going to be out there, and they say your ex-lover, your not husband,
Travis Maldonado.
Yes, good old Travis.
You know,
he took it in the face on accident, right? It
wasn't his first time.
Oh, you're horrible. You're horrible because he died. You know, he died right in front of your gay secretary. I mean, that's sad. You okay?
Let me tell you one thing. Oh, yeah.
Okay, you talk. Okay.
By the way, this outfit does come with a Yeah Come On American flag hat. Sold at yeahcomeon.com.
I'd like to tell you I have my American flag Yeah Come On hat, and I'm going to put it on in honor of, there's two ways to go this week. Do you go Halloween or do you go the presidential election? You're doing both. I'll stay with the election.
How am I doing presidential? Oh yeah, patriotic.
You're patriotic. You still, this hat kind of tells you who you're voting for. It does. It kind of hints at it a little bit, don't you think?
Maybe just a tad bit. Voting for America.
For America. Well, I got to tell you, I just didn't know we were going to have you, and you look fantastic. And as a man with long hair that never really had
this
mullet,
shit sucks. I don't know how you have it.
Well, it gets hot in the summer.
I'm sweating.
But it's warm in the winter. I got to tell you, and girls like it, but I guess you don't care about that.
Heck no, I don't care about them dudes. But we don't judge around here. We're pretty open. I've been rewatching Tiger King. Only rewatch the first 2 episodes to try and get in character for Saturday.
You got to get in character. I think you're doing pretty good. Are you going to bring any kind of a pet cat on a leash or a stuffed animal, or you're not going that part? That might hold you up, but you gotta have tight pants, tight jeans.
I've got tight pants. I got tight everything right now. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about this costume. I thought it would be really, really funny to buy this shirt and buy it one size too small. I've already put a hole in the armpit. Today's my first day wearing.
Okay. You're going to have to get your girlfriend to stitch that up. Secondly, my compliment, look at that in the belt and everything. Tiger Queen. I mean, King. Damn.
For those of you watching on YouTube, this is the Yeah Come On show.
It is the Yeah Come On show. I will tell you, for those of you listening, you're missing a treat. But can we just clarify, you'll agree with me, I don't care because you're in character that you can go there. But Yeah Come On is not about sex. I keep telling people that there's nothing dirty about this. It's an anthem it's an anthem for people that are getting theirs. Like, yeah, come on.
Yeah, come on is what you want to make it. If you want to make it about sex, you make it about sex. I put a piercing in my penis, and I went, yeah, come on.
Yeah, come on. Let me get some sunglasses on. That's a bright shirt. I ain't going to lie to you. Wow. I think now's a good time to mention a sponsor or two, because who knew? I'm not going to miss out on this ratings. I tell you right now, the downloads are huge. Anybody to see this? This is sexy. I know you're going to show a nipple in a minute, And I think, yeah, you just did. Damn it. Is that beer or moonshine in a glass? I don't know. I don't know.
We'll find out if a knife comes out later.
Yeah, we will. We will. Those of you who don't know, when you invite Brett over to your house and he gets drunk, he will get involved in knife play. He carries one, but he likes to twirl it and toss it in the air and play with it when he's intoxicated. By the way, I'm not a sponsor yet, but I'm drinking some Legends. I saw your knife play. That was good. Little Legends, baby. Little Legends 87. So I'm sipping some bourbon over here.
Yeah,
right out of Canton, Georgia. Legends.
I'm sipping Crown Apple, which I believe is street known as Crapple.
It's Crapple.
Yeah.
You're now. I like that you're doing liquor and beer. That's a cool move.
It's the only way to stay in character, baby.
You got to stay in character, baby. You got to stay in character. Now, I got to know. I know for a fact. First off, I didn't mention our sponsors. What the hell am I thinking? I just want to thank Oxygen Financial, and I know they're so pleased to see what we're doing with this show. Go to Ted Jenkins, go to oxygenfinancial.com if you need help financially. And then there's something that everybody needs, which is insurance, especially with these damn storms, you know, and the trees falling and everything. Do you really think you got good homeowners? Do you have good driving insurance? Did I just say driving insurance? I guess that makes sense, right?
Yeah, I mean, you need it while you're driving.
Thank you. Well,
that makes sense to me. I can clarify this.
Well, whether you got Pieces of the Rock or you got some Allstate, you got some State Farms. Look, man, those companies, there are type A companies that can insure you for less, or you can have somebody go in there and actually work with them to lower your rates. You just got to go to Circle 285. You get it, 285, thecircle.com. And lastly, Dr. David Markwell at Ridgeline Counseling. I know he's going to want to talk to you when this is over, but that's okay.
I might need to talk to him.
Well, I like the necklace. I like,
dude, it's I got a bolo tie with crossing pistols, revolvers, and then I got my bullet necklace because that's for that bitch Carol Baskin. And then my game plan is to just go out to bars and just order drinks. And every time they hand me a bill, I'm just gonna look at them and go, "I will never financially recover from this," and just stare them in the face and just have a stare off.
You got to use every one liner. And then you got to talk about that bitch, Carol Baskin. You got to be like, did you see her dancing on that damn Dancing with the Stars? She was horrible.
So the girlfriend's going as Carol Baskin.
Oh, that's great.
Remember? So there's going to be both of us. I haven't clean shaved in like 2 years. So this is really weird. It took me like a half hour to clean shave.
You did great, man. You had the beard, and now you got the Fu Manchu, man. It's brilliant. I think you worked that for a while.
I might just have to.
Yeah, I think.
I don't know.
I think you need to. You look good as a blonde. I'm not going to lie to you, man. I tell you what, you make that Yeah Come On hat look good. I like your backdrop. I love your silky shirt and your belt buckle. And you got to have some designer jeans. That guy was always in the, designer jeans. And you can go as him healthy or him hurt. You can limp and put a some kind of knee brace.
I got the knee brace.
You got the knee brace?
Yeah, I've got it.
Oh my God.
I've also got the pistol. Oh my God, I'm just not even thinking about it. I'm not going to carry a sidearm, but
holster. You're gonna have the holster.
Yes. Yeah, and the funny thing is, so it's a holster that was made in the 1860s.
Whoa.
A gun that has been passed down in my family for like generations. And I'm like, if I fuck this thing up, being Tiger King on Halloween, that's on me, baby.
There's only so much drinking you can do. That's like a 1860s, man. That is awesome. Yeah, and you're not carrying the weapon, which, this day and age.
I don't want to get shot.
No, you don't need it, but you're like adamant. You're pulling an adamant, I like it. There's nothing wrong with that. That's kind of cool.
I look like a Tiger King that ate the tiger. I mean, I am not a small Tiger King.
No, you're the bigger.
One size too small. So it accentuates the belly and the ass.
You know who you are. You're Tiger King 10 years into your prison sentence. That's who you are.
I look like Tiger King is now on Lizard Lick Towing.
Hey, how y'all doing?
I'm so glad you know that reference whenever the 2 times I've used it. I will tell you this.
I'm here for you.
I did fuck up a little bit not thinking about this. Okay, first off, just so everybody knows, Steve told me, I guess not really told me, I wasn't clear on this. I thought we were both wearing costumes tonight. So I've been in this thing
Oh.
for a couple hours. I even went to the liquor store in this. Didn't turn a single freaking head.
Oh no, people probably glanced at you and thought that was the real you.
Well, that's a compliment.
I mean, seriously, there are mullets out there. I bet somebody just looked at you. I bet they said you wouldn't believe the mullet. I mean, if they look hard, because I got to tell you, the hair looks, that's an above scale wig right there. That's a nice wig. It's not your normal. I mean, you look, and it matches your eyebrows a little bit. I got to tell you, I would actually not put it together immediately that you were Tiger King if I saw you out. I'm like, look at that redneck son of a bit. Oh, okay. He's Tiger King. Then I'd get it. It'd take a minute.
Well, that makes me feel like a huge asshole that you would just think I'm a redneck at first and then Tiger King. I was kind of hoping it would be obvious considering the way I've shaved my face.
No, you got a holster from the 1860s, which I dig. You graduated from Alabama.
Which I almost wore an Alabama belt buckle, but I was like, I don't want people to make fun of my school, so I'm going to go with an eagle.
You love it too. Well, I did dress up. I am a Chambly volunteer for Chambly, you know. Chambly rocks.
Absolute laziest costume ever.
It is. I ain't gonna lie, it's lazy as hell. Here's who I was today. I was Gecko all day long. I was in a costume, well, not all day, for about 3 hours. My son is Catboy from PJ Masks, if you know what that is. You look it up if you don't. So he's Catboy. My wife was Iolette, which is a hot little costume. She's one of the crime fighters too. So they are students by day, kids, and crime fighters by night. And they're kids with all these superpowers. And I'm Gecko, who's a lizard. And I have a giant tail that is the size of an elephant's penis coming out of my back because I'm too tall for the costume. So I have a tail coming out of my back. You'll see this on our Halloween pictures.
Let's talk about that elephant penis, if you don't mind, because now you're walking into my neck of the woods.
Look, I could put that costume on backwards and turn you out. Turn you out.
Oh, if we could just go ass to tail.
Ass to tail. I like it. Well, with this Yeah Come On show, this is a pivotal. This is an important Yeah Come On show. We had a guest that had a death in the family that was going to be on and will be on. And then you and I decided, let's go ahead and crank it out. But we don't know who's won the election. We might know by our next podcast.
I doubt it.
Probably not. There's a lot of early voting going on. The old VP wanting to be the P was in Georgia, decided to go to Warm Springs and talk to 40 people just to kind of make a statement. I guess he's paralleling, or I don't know, Roosevelt. I guess Roosevelt's his man. He's like, I'm going to do it like Roosevelt did it. I'm up against everything Roosevelt was up against. Roosevelt was up against the Japanese. I'm up against Trump. I don't know where he's going with it. I don't know. But he was here, and, there's a lot of politics going on. My wife voted today. I'll vote tomorrow.
I voted
early
today.
Voting. Yeah,
they handed out free tacos for voters.
Who was handing out free tacos? Roswell? Wow.
Yeah.
That's a good move, dude.
Yeah, especially for the people that are working at the polls, because when they wanted food, there were tacos galore. It was a food truck in the parking lot, and it was raining.
Hello, it's raining. It's raining.
46 minutes to vote.
Ooh, my wife did it in 5. You need to come to Milton, son. Milton.
Well, so something happened in Roswell as I was standing in line. I don't know if somebody hit something, but all the internet went down in the area.
Oh no!
And so
you're in line without a phone. In line without a phone.
No, I didn't care. I was on. And the guy kept telling us we couldn't be on our phones, which I thought was ridiculous. Yeah. And then all the computers went down, so we just had to wait it out. At that point, I was like 5 people away from getting in, so I was like, screw it, I'm not getting out of this line now because it gotten bigger. And,
when you get close, they want your phones off for sure. When you get close to the front.
And then at that point, they got like a third of the computers up, and that's when I went in there. While I was in voting, which took 10 seconds, all the computers came back up. So I'm assuming it was a lot faster for everyone standing outside in the rain.
Well, I won't ask you who you voted for. It's none of my business. It's a very private thing. I was taught that it's a private thing. I mean,
I voted for myself. Now I'm going to pardon myself.
Hell yeah, you did. People got to vote for who they think.
Basking in jail.
Damn right. People got to vote for who they think is going to run this damn country. If that's you, then it's you. Because you do know you did run for president. you did do that. A lot of people
And I
don't
did.
know that you did that. You did it. Yeah.
And I almost won.
Well, you didn't almost win. You had a few votes. I ain't gonna kid you.
I almost won. I'm sticking with the story.
That's when we interviewed you. I'm like, who's this guy that's running for president? That was didn't even know that you own tigers. I just like, who's this jackass that wants to run for president? Yeah, I'll talk to anybody running for president. And then next thing I know, you saved us in 2020, and that was one thing we got out to Carol off air before we realized she was horrible. We're like, I don't know what we would have done without Tiger King. Don't know. We needed it.
Side note about this dumb fucking costume. I was trying to be nice because I've been working a lot lately, and I was thinking, what's a nice thing to do for the lady? I'm, payday Friday, Halloween weekend. Oh, I'll book reservations somewhere. And then I didn't think about this until I put the costume on today, that I'm going to a nice restaurant Friday night, the night before Halloween, looking like this.
The night before?
Yeah, I made reservations to a nice restaurant, have a nice little coat on, button down, and this facial hair. I was thinking about just going in full costume and just nobody even questioning it.
You could do that or just go in the blazer. If anybody asks, get the rumor going around that you are you're a rodeo clown.
Porn star.
Porn star. Yeah. You're involved in a motorcycle gang. That's scary. Or you could say that you're part Mexican. You could say that.
I think I could pull. Actually, you could pull that off. I've had a lot of people ask me if I'm Hispanic before in my life. I'm a brown person.
Yeah, you're a brown person. Go Hispanic. Just say here's the deal. You're in town from Texas. You're Hispanic. That's fine. Nobody will question it. Nobody.
I think I just go as Tiger King and stay in character and order Italian and be like, I want hot dogs.
Give me, what the hell?
You didn't get this off the meat truck, did you? That shit's spoiled.
Walmart. Where's my husband? Where's my husband? Get my husband out here. And then keep telling everybody your girlfriend is like, she's your handler. Y'all didn't hear I got out? I got out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done with jail. I'm done. I'm going to kill Carol Baskin now for sure.
That damn bitch and Peter.
I'm like, dude, you kept telling everybody on camera you're going to kill somebody. Of course that's going to get you in trouble. I was watching it going, did he just say he's going to kill somebody? So if she comes up dead, how hard is it going to be?
The dude pulled out a gun and unloaded it into a mannequin with her name on it.
Yeah, I don't even know how you don't go to jail for that. That's some kind of, I'm like, damn. I'm like, you knew you were headed to jail. A part of me thinks that he just wanted to go to jail. I know that he's all trapped in, he's in a cage, which is kind of funny because he put tigers in cages, but it's the gay aspect. Think about it. If I was a homosexual, boom. Think about if somebody said, you're going to an all-girls prison. Ooh, stop.
What is that? Does that remind me of the episode from The Office where Kevin looks at Oscar and he's like, wait, you haven't heard about jail? Oh, you would love jail.
I know. That's my biggest fear. If I could sleep and nobody messes with me and I get 3 meals a day towards the end of my life, it might not be horrible. I just tell my wife, it's okay if you remarry, just bring the kids by to see me. It's all right. It's all right. I don't have to worry about life anymore. I don't have to read a newspaper. I don't have to give 2 damns about anything. I'm just going to hang out. But somebody's going to find me terribly attractive and I can't handle that. I don't need that. I don't even want to think I would ever like that. I don't want that ever. So, but if I could go to a girls' prison, I'm like, okay, there's some rough looking girls in there. Some, there's lack of makeup, lack of hygiene, but I would find the hottie and the orange is the new black for sure. I would.
There's no way that they would be straight, but you do have dope hair, so that could help. I did just text you a full picture of my costume, just so you know.
Oh my God. That's got to go up. Special guest, Bailey and South. Why did I say Bailey and Southside? I'm not doing a morning show right now. Special
We're doing
guest.
A nighttime show.
I'm doing a nighttime show. Special guest on the Yeah Come On show. Oh, this is great. Man, look at that holster. That is badass.
Yeah.
Is it really that old? It's over 150 years old?
Yeah, I have the gun for it too. Probably shouldn't put that out there.
Shit. No, nobody knows where you live.
Nobody knows where it is, so it doesn't matter. It's locked up.
Yeah, you come in the house and talk about your dog. You got a dog.
Yeah, dog will bite and bark and do whatever.
Yeah.
That ain't the gun you need to worry about. It's the other dozens.
Oh.
Thanks
for trying out your Halloween. I
feel like a total asshole right now. Steve's in a t-shirt, by the way. Just saying, I'm just talking to a lady walking by.
No.
She said you look like an asshole.
All right, stop. First off, you're trying out your your Halloween verbiage to go with your costume on my ass. I can go put on Gecko if you want. I've got other costumes. I've got a big bird from last year. I've got a pirate outfit. I got my baseball uniforms. I got my motocross outfit. Oh, nice chest. What else have I been? I've been a Ken doll. I put on a tuxedo and have brown wig to have short hair. That's fine.
You should have definitely kept that wig and been JFK.
I've got the wig. It's back behind me. It's in the other room. By the way, can you see that barrel right there?
Yeah, is that all a little bourbon up in there?
Yeah, I bought Legends? Legends didn't have a barrel. I bought a Jack Daniels barrel. I'm off on the Legends things. I'm about to pour my second. Keep in mind, I had to do one of those Zoom calls for work, and it was a happy hour style. So I had a cocktail then, having a cocktail now, having another. I do think I'll go to bed intoxicated, which I don't know is good because if I have to regulate, that's not good.
Who cares?
I'm like, what the hell? My wife can't get our little son down. So I've got my 3-year-old and we're doing whatever he wants to do. Tonight it was jumping on and off the car bed. So thank God I can still jump and fall and hurt myself and survive. So we're doing that. And then she comes to me, she goes, has he done his prayers? I'm like, no, we haven't done prayers yet. We've got to do prayers. And then, teaching him right. And she goes, well, have you read him a book? I go, we did read a book. I brushed his teeth, I combed his hair, and I've cleaned him, and he's ready for night-night. He's in his pajamas. And she goes, can you go get the baby down? I've been trying for 40 minutes. I go in there, and I get that baby down in 5 minutes. 5. And then I sent her text message like a man and said, I'm coming downstairs to do a goddamn podcast. Here I sit. Here's where I sit in my basement. I got my babies upstairs. I got my wife, and I'm sitting here on a damn video conference call with a goddamn Tiger King. Who knew?
If you think about this, because we do these all on Zoom now until we get back in the studio, unknown when that'll be, but we'll figure it out at some point.
Well, I'm ready to almost pull that trigger. If you are, because I heard it's going to be a minute before I'm back in my other studio for work. So I'm just like, screw it. Out of convenience, I'm here. I've got why should I drive to somebody else's house to do a damn morning show when I can sit in my own house at this point? And if there's a surge, we're all protected. But I wonder if we can do a safe show in our studio.
Oh, I totally think we can. But I do want to say, before we sign off on the Zoom stuff and cancel our account, which I assume we will, I think that we should definitely do a show dedicated to Jeffrey Toobin. And we have to have a guest on, and we both masturbate.
What? Look.
This is just an idea. I'm just trying to think of all the stuff that has happened in the week since we've been able to speak.
Okay, you're spitballing there. So you want us to masturbate. No, that won't come back to hurt us ever. I guess I'm towards the end of my career. What do I care?
I'm kind of just hoping I get a career. So
yeah.
What do I care?
What if I decide to run for mayor of Milton down the road? That kind of crap will hurt me. I already got massage parlor reviews hurting me.
No. That's supporting local business. That's what we need to do now.
But think about it. On stage, I could say to anybody, who hasn't masturbated that's not a virgin? And when nobody says anything, nobody can hold it against me.
I think the next time you're asked to intro a band, that's how you should start it.
Who hasn't masturbated? Raise your hand if you have not ever masturbated. I want to know.
And if you have, give me come on.
Yeah, come on. I have done the virgin thing. And somebody raised their hand, is she really a virgin? So then I brought him up on stage and I tried to find him a partner. That was wrong. I've also talked to a guy that had been off the wagon. I worked with him on the radio. He hadn't had a drink in 7 years. 7. And we were at a NASCAR race, and I talked him into drinking while we broadcast one night in turn 3 or 4. I got him to drink, and then he became an alcoholic, and that's what ruined our relationship.
Well, that one's definitely on you for being a dick.
I was a dick, but he's a cool dude. But I was a dick. I shouldn't have done it. You never talk anybody off the wagon. That's just wrong, I find.
I don't even want to touch this
here's
topic.
Here's the other worst thing. There was a rumor, because when everybody's in heavy coats and you're doing shots, and we did shots, and I did a shot with like some 89-year-old woman. We did a guzzling contest. So then I did a guzzling contest with some chick. And then, in front of everybody, I just start kissing her or whatever, because that's what you did in 1997, 8. Hell, into the 2000s. And then somebody goes, "Hey man, do you know she's blank?" I won't say how old, but it wasn't good. I was like, "What? Are you for real?" And they go, "Yeah, man." I go, "How can I tell? She's in a damn heavy coat. She's got on gloves. All I can see is this much of her face. I didn't know." And I don't know if they were pulling my leg or not, but I have gone to bed without sleeping based on that night, hearing that. I was like, "Tell me I didn't do that. Tell me I didn't do that."
Damn.
I'm glad you have something to say, knowing I committed a crime accidentally. Didn't even know.
I am not becoming an accomplice or anything.
Unless that's why you have nothing.
You ask me nicely, I'll definitely do it. Unless we're going to that bitch Carol Baskin, I'm going to run this joke into the ground because it's not even funny.
I've told that story on the air, but here's the good news. I don't know if the person was joking or not. And I'm talking about in the covered wagon days, she was old enough. I don't know. It was late. I don't know. Don't
let's
come
just
up
get
on
off this topic. I don't give a shit.
Does that mean we should edit this out?
No. No, definitely leave it in. I don't really like editing.
I think she was 18, but it's legal, but it's tacky. It's tacky that she's 18.
Especially when you're 49.
Yeah, I was about that. So I'm like, okay, so I'm your daddy's age or maybe older. Not my fault. You know what? You're a senior in high school. Don't look at me. I was like, thank God she was at 17.
I had a lady in a bar when I was 19 try to take me home because I told her I was 22 and she told me I was her daughter's age.
God, that's just sick. Tell me you did it.
I was with family at the bar.
That's when you tell your mom, "How I'm going to ride home with her."
Yeah, and I was like, there ain't no way I'm leaving. My whole family was watching me like a hawk. They're like, what? I wasn't, first off, it was a 21 and up bar. Used the fake, got in. Boom. Meet some lady, start making out with her on the dance floor. She asked me to come home with her after asking me how old I was, said, "You're my daughter's age. Now we're going back to your place or mine." And I was like, I don't even live here. It was in Memphis.
Yeah, whatever. That does suck when you're out with your parents and some chick wants to put it on you.
No, I wasn't with my parents. I was with my aunt and uncles and all this stuff and cousins.
Well, man, you got to have a cool uncle. I'd have told you, all right, go ahead. I'll tell your parents that you went off with one of your friends. Or I just would have told you, go out in the parking lot, get it over with, and come back in.
Dude, my skin is so soft. It would be the best coat.
Dude, I'm not going to lie to you. You got some of the softest skin I've ever seen. I've told people. I have raved. Newborn. You are. When I touch you, it's like the softest thing I've ever touched. It's like touching a baby seal.
If you've ever touched a Michelin Man, it's probably like, I'm like Michelin Man mixed with Charmin.
You know what you are? You're like mini tires. Like you're like a Michelin Man small. You're like go-kart tires.
like tires on a hand truck.
Yeah, that's what you are. You're not the real big tires. You're not truck tires.
No.
You're like small import tires.
Definitely not construction tires either.
No, that's when you get there, there's no coming back. No coming back. You just got to stay fat. There are certain people that you just look at and like, just stay fat. The sagging skin, it's just going to suck. Just stay fat. Just deal with it. What the hell? Now you don't have to worry about watching your weight ever.
Yeah, dude, being fat is pretty dope outside of high blood pressure and shit.
Yeah, that part sucks. Having a heart attack sucks.
Yeah, I don't really want that. But if I do have one, I want to have it in the middle of this podcast.
Oh, please let me die talking. That's the only way to go.
That would be the greatest content of all time.
Yeah, and I would want you to read both of us. Let's just raise your right hand. You have my permission to air it for the rest of my effing life. Just make sure my wife gets some of the money because you're going to make a killing.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I'm totally down. And I would appreciate maybe a simple attempt at CPR or, calling 911. Like, let's just not let me die without getting an attempt to live to see me die on video.
Well, all I can say is I can dial 911 and I can say, my buddy, my co-host of the Yeah Come On show, Brett Barney, is having a heart attack. What's his address? His mom's house.
Yes.
That's all I got. Look up Mrs. Barney's house.
Yeah,
Miss
dude.
Barney.
There's got to only be like one or two of those.
I hope.
I'm
I hope
dripping.
at least you've been to my house. You have my address in your phone. I've never been to your house. But if we were in a studio together, I'm an Eagle Scout, dude. I'm CPRing the hell out of you, bro. I got you.
You know where I am. I'm right down the street from maybe the co-host of your morning show.
All right, now I know the subdivision. That helps. Barney, in that subdivision where that dude I work with lives.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure everybody listening to this is like, who the fuck cares? I hope these guys both die right now.
Well, no, you know what? You can't hate, because sometimes I find myself listening to podcasts. There's a couple that are just horrific. When something's so damn bad, it's good. I dig it. You know what? And I'm just appreciate the fact we're putting this on. We are literally days away from Halloween and the 2020 election, you know, and we've gone politic light, Halloween a little heavy based on your outfit. Heavy. But, you know,
anything I do is going to be heavy, Steve.
No, don't you talk about yourself that way. I swear. You got you do have some man boobies.
Yeah, but I haven't been in the gym in like 8 months.
Me either, man. Everybody goes, it's people, because nobody's seeing me. So I have, I had to call in my hairdresser from Balance Salon. We had her on, CJ. And I'm like, CJ, man, I'm gray as ass. You got to get in here. And I don't know why I stopped myself from saying gray as ass, because it's just a term, but nobody's ass is gray. Unless you're dead ass or old ass, then it's gray. But she comes over and she goes, oh my God, skinny mini. I'm like, I haven't lifted anything. I hurt my damn eye. I haven't been able to lift over 15 pounds for 2.5 months. I'm not hitting a gym. I said, you know, I'm just trying not to eat too much ice cream at night, trying to cut off the pounds, bro. But I'm small now and it bothers me. My sleeves aren't tight in all my shirts. I got to do something. I got to do push-ups or something quick.
I jogged a mile the other morning before work, and it was the absolute worst decision of my life. It was miserable. I hated it. Hated every step along the way. I just wanted it to end.
Did you walk? Did you walk it off?
I had to walk a little bit. I started getting some ankle pains with all the shit I went through, but I pushed myself pretty hard. I ran all the uphills. I made sure I was running. Had a little, because, you know, like leaves and shit on the ground coming on the downhills.
Oh, you slip, bust your ass.
Yeah, that would be about the closest I got to walking. I didn't want to eat one and not have anybody to call in the middle of the neighborhood in the hood at 7 o'clock in the morning. And it's
you know what you do. You just roll over. You roll over to the curb, take off your shirt, and put your arm propped up like this with your shirt like a flag, and you wait for somebody to see you. Somebody will notice you. You just got to lay in the curb for safety reasons.
I'm not going to lie, man. I've learned a lot living down in the hood.
No, the hood will change it. I got 25 years in the hood. I got 15 in Castleberry, which is way rough. And then I got about 5 or 10 at different places off like 14th Street and areas like that.
I'm down south of Eastlake. I'm south of Eastlake.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, dude.
You're way.
It's the every night of fireworks or gunfire. Which are we hearing right now?
Oh yeah, and it's the other. I'd hear gunshots about once a week, and you always know because it's like a pop. I don't know why people shoot 3 times. It's always 3. Pop, 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 pop. I'm like, what the hell? Pop, 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 pop.
I watched one of the neighbors. They were holding a backyard brawl and decided to bring it out in the street and hold it in front of the house one day. And at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, like 20 people just fighting in the street. Well, it was like 20 people watching 2 people fight in the street. And it was 2 chicks.
Oh, well, that's bad. Chick fights are worse than dude fights. All the hair gets yanked out. Dude, did you see the news story this week? Speaking of 2 chicks fighting, 2 chicks, both of them are like big as ass, come walking in, and some dude tells them to put on a mask, and they freak out, and they start hitting him with something, and then it leads to one of the chicks holding him down while the other sister stabs him 27 times.
Jesus. I think
it was in Chicago, over a mask. The guy asked her nicely to put on a mask. They're like, no, you didn't. Wham. I'm like, man, this escalated quick, real quick. What the hell? Whatever happened to hitting or kicking somebody? And then once he was down after he stabbed, the other sister kicked him in the head and in the chest. It's all on video. They caught the whole thing on video. I'm like, oh my God, dude. So that's why you don't fight chicks, man. It's to the death for those girls. And if you do fight them and you have hair, you're coming out bald or with bald spots, and I can't have that. No way.
Okay, first off, I don't have long hair, but I don't think a chick would want to fight me. And I'm going to be honest with you, and I think I may have said this before. If you're
this is going to be worse than my NASCAR 18-year-old kissing story.
No, here's my thing.
I'll hit a bitch. Don't say that.
If you want to fight me like a man, I'm going to defend myself like a man.
Okay, you said it. You went there. Whatever happened to you never hit a woman. You run. You run away. Run away.
Dude, there's sometimes you can't. You're locked in a corner. And when
these two chicks.
When you try and cage the Tiger King. See, the good thing is I can say that was character.
Yeah, I was waiting on another one-liner. When you try to cage the Tiger King,
yeah.
You done messed up and stuff. Yeah. No, these two chicks, by the way, look like wrestlers. They look mean. It's like, don't even bother with makeup because it ain't going to help. Just, you both look like you're dead.
I remember one time I had like radio conversations. Some of the best conversations you'll ever have are off air.
It's always off air. Everybody's in tears off air. Then you try to recreate it on air, and you're like,
and it's never as good. Because you're censoring yourself and things like that. I remember one time we were having a discussion about squatters. And like, say you had to move to another state and you asked somebody to watch your house because you were moving there for radio, but then you were coming back for a weekend like 6 months later, and there's just people living there, and they had locked changed the locks and all this crap. And they were like, what would you do? People were like, oh, I'd call the cops. Oh, I'd call this person. I was like, dude, I would take a sock. I would load that thing up with rolls of coins. I'd walk in the house. I would turn and look. There's squatter guy. There's squatter lady. I'm going to knock her out first. Boom. I'm going to set the tempo right there. So it can't ever be 2-on-1. It's going to be boom. She's done. You're next, baby. 1-on-1. And he's now scared because he knows I'm bringing fire and intensity. I was dead.
It's like, if that dude will knock my woman out.
Oh, what's he going to do to
me? What's he going to do to me?
I mean, that would mess.
You're right. You're right. Because if you concentrate on him, dude, she's going to come up and El Kabong.
You're going to get double teamed.
Oh, yeah.
So sometimes it's smarter just to eliminate the secondary threat.
Yeah, no doubt. And I don't want to ever die of anything I own. She's going to go to your steak knives, or she's going to grab something of yours, or and you're like, you never die by your own blade, man. I'm not dying by anything I own. Don't hit me with my own chair. Don't hit me with my own rock that's a doorstep stop or whatever it is. Don't you do that. No. Well, look,
all I know is the first punch has to set the tone.
Yeah, I'm going to take a break. Do you want me to get in costume, or is it okay if I just stay out? I mean, I've got my voting hat on.
Well, okay, first off, you've worn the costume before on the show, so
thank you.
I will say it is fair enough that today I went costume because we were going to do Halloween stuff, and I look like a total dick.
No, you don't. I'm digging it. I really like it. I think it should be your new look. Can you imagine if you just kept dressing as him, like, for a year? That would be awesome. I don't know why that's so funny. For an entire year. What a bet that would be. I don't care. You can mix it up with different shirts, but the wig, the hat, glasses on top, and the accent, and you just become him for a year. You'd get news coverage. You would.
Dude, that would be so
Think about it. It would be awesome. This is day one.
We call ourselves the Exotics.
Yeah.
We're trying to get Joe out of jail. We want him to get out so he can come out and start regenerating America, creating jobs, paying people $150 a week and feeding them spoiled meat. That's American dream. Live in a trailer with LAC. It's 120 degrees. I told you I've been watching the show. I know everything that went on down in there.
Talk about everybody needs a baby tiger for Christmas.
Everybody, Shaquille O'Neal, he called me Exotic Joe. I call him O'Neal Shaquille. And he bought 2 of my tigers $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, something like that. I don't know. Is this like Oklahoman?
No, it's good. It's good. It's making me laugh.
If
you did it,
all my family from like Mississippi and Memphis.
No, if you did it perfect, it wouldn't be as good as doing it wrong. And I got to tell you, there are people out there that own tigers. I mean, we know certain boxer has a tiger. I think he does. I don't know if it was a movie script. I think it's true. I don't know.
There's no doubt in my mind Tyson owns a tiger.
Yeah, so there's certain people that fits their personality to have an exotic pet. It just does. It's like, I don't know why you would.
You know what's crazy? And I would challenge people to go back and look at this. So as I'm rewatching this, all anyone ever talked about was Carol Baskin's husband and Joe Exotic's plan to murder like her and whatnot. If you watch the beginning of the second episode, there's a guy that's like the true Scarface, and he's only on there for like 20 minutes, and he talks about how they cut up a informant and like burned him. And I was like, I don't even remember any of this. And he was like, yeah, I didn't drive a van to the bank. I drove a Corvette, and I carried the money in a bag myself, and I ran drugs, and I went to jail for 12 years for killing this informant. And I was just like, wait, why did we never really talk about this?
I don't know. I'd have to. Well, anytime you go back and watch something, you're always going to catch something you didn't catch before. But I think I saw every episode and every minute of it. I mean, there's no doubt there were bathroom breaks. Rewind, go ahead, rewind it, So there's got to be something I missed. But the one thing that, and again, Ghost Hunters, I'm going to give them some love. They're going to have the episode where they basically, go all around. I think it is, well, here's the problem. I think it would be Thursday. I think it's already played.
Oh, then tell exactly what happened in it, because everybody saw it last night.
Okay. Well, I don't know exactly. All I know is what I was told. I was told by one of the guys that's one of the hunters, one of the four, and he said that Travis's ghost is present. He's there, which is weird. He's on property. And then they say there's some bodies that there were rumored to have been buried there. Also, it's Indian territory. So not saying Indian burial ground, but the Indians lived in and on this property. And obviously some bad things happened there too. So they just say there's a lot of ghosts roaming around. People that worked there said there were things going on, said you can feel the presence when you're on the property. And the only little tidbit they gave me was that they had cadaver dogs, and obviously they sniffed something, and they had to shut down filming, and the police got involved. And that's about all he'd tell me. So I don't know more than that. What do you think of that? What are you looking at?
Should I tell them? He asked just what I was looking at. Titties. She's
naked. Again, naked. See, this sucks. I don't have to play anymore. Is she just like, it's okay. It's okay. Is she changing, or is she just showing you?
Just sneak peek for what's going to happen with this facial hair.
Oh, so she just flashed. That's all. Just a little playful flash.
Yeah.
Well, I got to tell you.
I'm not going to lie. I get one every episode at minimum.
And here's the deal. You're a heterosexual character, which is great. You've done a lot for Joe.
I'm a heterosexual human, a homosexual character.
Yeah, that's it. You're straight human, you're a gay character. So it just depends on how in character you are.
That's difficult. That's a question that really, if you take the sponsor break, let me think about how to answer that.
Well, we'll take a sponsor break. Then we're going to come back. It's going to be a quickie because you've got breasts to touch. I've got kids to put to bed. And once again, we've got I will say this much as a tease. We got some really good guests coming your way soon. There is talk of us going back in our studio. And for anybody that thinks this has been a little difficult or lame, it's the world we live in. I really don't make any apologies. You either like us or you don't. I like us. I think it's a good listen if I was stuck in traffic. So
and traffic is back, dude. Traffic is totally back.
Traffic's back, and we're great to listen to. And I think we're great to watch. But do you realize every time we post up our shows, on YouTube, I'm just talking about the YouTube shows, there's always like there's 10 or 12 likes because other people watch it, they don't like it, which kills me. I know so many people.
This is like off the rip, and people like it later. It's weird if you go back and look at older shows.
Yeah.
Now there's like a ton of likes, and I'm like,
I know. I'm like it if you even watch 5 minutes or listen to 5 minutes. Just like it, okay? A-holes, we need the love. But there's always one guy, and they're not really a-holes if you don't hit like I wish you would. But there's one person that it takes about 2 days, and then a dislike comes up, a thumbs down. And it's one guy or girl, I don't know which, but we get 1 to 2 dislikes. I wonder who they are. It's got to be the same damn person because we're too lovable. On that note, we're going to take a break on the Yeah Come On show, the most lovable show that needs to be liked just because life is too short. We don't know who our president's going to be at this point. We hope Halloween goes off without any issues. So like us. Why not? Again, life is too short. Here's to loving you. Here's to Ridgeline Counseling with Dr. David Markwell, proud sponsor of the Yeah Come On show.
I'm David Markwell with Ridgeline Counseling. The current situation we're in is bringing all kinds of issues into our lives, everything from stress and anxiety to frustration, bouts of depression and loneliness. Well, we're here to help at Ridgeline Counseling. You can reach us at 770-993-9700, or you can email us at ridgelinecounseling@gmail.com. Currently, we're offering telemental services through video and phone platforms, and in a few weeks we'll be transitioning back to in-person office visits. In the meantime, stay safe. We'll get through this. Yeah, come on.
Man, that commercial break did you right, son. You took off your patriotic Yeah Come On hat, which is available at yeahcomeon.com, to show me the hair, baby. Look at you, Brett Barney. Look at Brett Barney, co-host of the Yeah Come On show, and that hair. That is thick, blonde, and juicy.
dude, this thing is so thick, first off. But I can't tell if I'm Joe Dirt or like a 70s porn star, or, you know, like maybe I should deliver a pizza to one of the neighbors. Maybe they're having a little slumber party. You know, girls, when they have sleepovers, they just, and I'm slurring words, which I'm actually not drunk. I've had one beer. This is stupid. You know, that's all they do is pillow fight and get naked.
Yeah. I would say
the microphone gets creepier.
I would say you're a porn star, but not a good porn, one of those bad porns, you know, where it's like you and your wife.
First off, if we want to,
you and your wife do porns together, you know what I mean?
I totally see that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If we're talking about like bad porn stars, like how did Ron Jermey become a porn star? That dude is hideous.
He had a decent sized penis. He's bad of fact, true story. On the Regular Guys on 96 Rock, he came into the studio and Larry talked him into hitting me with it. So the son of a bitch pulls his pants.
Okay, keep going. I'm sorry. I apologize.
So he pulls it out. He pulls it out and it's hanging. And he comes walking in. I'm running the board. And he comes up, and I'm in shorts, and that son of a bitch took it and hit me like 4 times in the leg with his penis. True story. Nailed me. So I have been hit with Ron Jeremy's penis. Not once, but 4 times.
You've been hit with Ron Jeremy's penis 4 times. Let me just repeat that for anyone that did not hear that clearly.
Yeah, 4 times. And then he goes, in his little, his voice goes, "Sorry, Larry just asked me to do that. Okay, I just had to do it." And then he walks around and sits down with those guys. Hadn't had a shower, I'm guessing, in 2 to 3 days. Wearing a T-shirt with like hairs on it, and I'm like, Ron, you couldn't look any nastier, and you just hit me with, I know, your unwashed penis. 4 times. 4 times.
This may be the greatest story I've ever heard. I have so many questions. First off, like, I wonder if he can even feel his penis, or if it's just been like so abused it's calloused. Was it like getting hit by a hammer, or was it getting hit by like a number 2 pencil? Was it what?
No, it had some content. He hit me. I felt it. It was like worse. You know,
is he a shower and a grower?
Oh, he's a shower. It was probably hanging about 8 to 9 inches, eight for sure. So it kind of just stays the same. It just gets a little bit bigger. I think he may go 8 to 9, or I don't think he's even over 10 inches, but it's solid. And it's like, and he comes over and he just hits me with it. It's just like being hit with a dildo. It had that, just like, I mean, you could feel the flesh. I can't believe I'm going to say this.
How many times have you been hit by a dildo, first off?
I've been hit by a dildo a couple times joking around at parties. Yes,
Yeah.
I have been hit
It happens.
with dildos. I can say it happens. I've never been hit with a dildo. I've never had dildo play in my life. Not for real. It's always been parties. No girl and I have had fun with a dildo ever. I can swear to God on that. But when he hit me with it, the room's kind of cold in studios. You agree, correct? I mean, you've been in studios for years.
Every studio I've worked in has been like 60 degrees until now. The 2 studios I work in, they like to keep it around 78, which is absolutely miserable.
Well, when he hit me with it, he hit it to the point where he hit me about mid. So it hit and slapped around me, hit, slapped around me, and it was warm.
Did you get whiplash? Did you get whiplash?
He hit me about as hard as, just like a
this is when we need
slap.
to be in studio. Like I need you to slap me in the face right now. Your arm, your hand being Ron Jermey's penis, and my face being your leg. Like we could make amazing content right now.
We could.
If we were in studio.
Well, he didn't just push it against me. You're right. He came and he was whipping it. And then he walked away. And of course, everybody on the show was dying laughing. And I'm like, okay, funny. I just been hit by Ron Jeremy's penis. Great. Okay, I got that going for me. Great. The legendary penis.
And now we can discuss that this is the reason that he is being canceled.
Yeah.
What goes around comes around.
You got yours, Ron Jermey.
I hope what went around you didn't come around you, though.
No, it was weird. I was like, okay, that's weird. The only other time I've ever grabbed one was my roommate, Jeff, and we were living up in Governor's Point off of Holcomb Bridge, 1988. And we both worked at the airlines, and we had another roommate that was like a Marine. Here's the great thing. This guy was trying to find a job because all he was qualified to do was work on tanks. I'm like, dude, thank you for serving. Thank you for being a Marine. But, dude, don't you think you should have done something other than work on tanks? Because how does that translate to the workforce? I don't know anybody
Express
out there.
lube. I mean, he could go change oil.
Maybe, but he was great with the tank. If your tank broke down, he could fix it. I'm like, okay, you need to learn something else. But we were all living together, and my roommate was like a caveman, dude. He'd walk down the hall with his towel over his shoulder to the bathroom. He and I shared a bathroom. So his room was down the hall. I was at the end of the hall. So I'm coming out of the bathroom, and I guess we're both keeping pace with each other as my hands are moving. And my hands, I'm just walking normal, and my hand goes up as he's walking up. And I literally, as I'm coming around a corner, I didn't even see him until I had it in my hand. And I held his penis for about 2 seconds. I was like, God bless him. I held it, and I'm like,
are we talking like 2 milliseconds, or like you grabbed it and were like, oh, what is this? Oh,
it was kind of like, oh, so like a second and a half. And again, I was like, that was warm and soft, and it was the grossest thing. So we both started screaming. It was like over the top homophobe. I was like, ah! He was like, ah! I ran to the sink. I'm washing my hands. He's running around. It was just horrible, horrible. But that's the only time I ever touched another guy's peenie.
I mean, I was in a fraternity. I mean, we don't have enough time on this podcast for me to discuss all the stories I have.
No, I know you guys like to do a little peenie play, but you know what? You're Joe Exotic. I figure these kind of stories are par for the course.
All right,
it's brotherhood.
Yeah,
you guys, it's okay that y'all rammed each other. Don't worry about it.
I'm sorry. You broke me.
All right, everybody.
I've been trying to stay serious. Damn it.
We're playing canon. Okay, who's stuffing who? I don't know. I don't know what you boys do in your fraternity at Alabama. It's just like, my father told me once that they did the same exact thing as we did tonight, guys.
Oh my God. I had a good question for you, and I can't even remember it.
Give me a question, you cannon player.
I don't know. So I was thinking,
as you flick your hair.
Dude, this hair, I don't know how you do this. It's caught in the headphone cord right here.
Let me tell you, have a 4-month-old that grabs your hair. I'm like, I'm like a. Go ahead. Any question you got?
I'm going to see if I can think of what I was going to ask. And in the meantime, something we haven't done in a while, I was going to hit some yeah, come oners, if you don't mind.
Yeah,
some come
you know
oners.
what?
It's been a minute. I've been slacking, man. I've been trying to find a job. Then I found 2 and, got to live with no health insurance. Woe is me. Who gives a shit? I'm not going to get hurt, guys. You see this body?
Thank you for showing that.
I just pressed it against the microphone, but you got to go check on, for those of you just tuning in, I just flexed my nips.
You did. No, I will tell you, I could have gone without health insurance my entire 20s. I had a couple of emergency room visits, so you pay out the ass because you broke your wrist, you did something stupid, but you don't need it. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. I say that, and they're going to find like some horrible disease in your body tomorrow, but I think
called COVID-19. All right. So I'm going to hit a couple come oners and try and think of that one question. If I don't think of it, I will write every funny question and we'll hammer Steve with them all at the end of this next episode. I promise you guys, I'm going to ask some of the dumbest shit you've ever could imagine because, well, I got it. It's not a question. It's actually
a situation.
No, it's relatable to what you just said. Your buddy was in the Marines and he worked on tanks. So what could he do now? I'm actually going to a Halloween party, or probably going to a Halloween party on Saturday at one of my buddy's places. And I've hung out at his place before. His neighbor, he lives in a cul-de-sac in Brookhaven. His neighbor, this guy out in his driveway has like 5 tanks. And what he does, he rebuilds them and works on them. And then they're used in the movies here in Georgia. And then
that's very cool, but isn't that against the HOA to have 5 tanks in your front of your house?
I don't think they have an HOA.
No, they don't.
It's like one of those like long running neighborhoods where you don't know if it's a road or if it's a neighborhood that they have in like Chamblee, Brookhaven area. And then he also has this massive cage where he goes out and he catches hawks around the state and then he trains them. So he has like hawks and tanks.
Kind of cool.
I got to tell you, this guy.
Meet him, and if he'll my son would love to get inside his tanks. I would love to get inside his tank.
The last time I saw it, he had parked one right behind the driveway because I had to back out. It was like one of the, I know like firearms, but I don't know like heavy artillery. It was just like a massive gun that you would see in like an old like World War II where it's on like the wheels on the trailer. And, you have like 2 people holding the sides and like one person pulling the thing. You know what I'm talking about? It's on a trailer. It's just like one huge gun.
Damn. I don't know what he's using.
Anybody knows what that is, feel free to write it in and call me a dickhead. I don't care. Speaking of people writing in, I would like to hit some come oners if you don't mind. It's been a minute.
Go ahead.
They deserve it. We deserve to give people some love if they want to give us some love. All right. This one says titled Awesome Show! Exclamation point. I don't know if you're supposed to say that, but I did. It comes from Kevin Rocks, ROX. That's probably not a real last name. He also spells that with an exclamation point on the end. I listen to this show every Friday on my day off. I don't think I have missed a show yet. Exclamation point. What a way to start off my weekend. Southside. Oh, I was about to say Southside Steve. I'm so used to saying your full name, but he just wrote Southside, 2 different words. And Brett, keep me laughing. This is by far my favorite podcast now. Exclamation point. Thanks, guys, for the laughs. Keep up the good work! Exclamation point. Yeah, come on! Exclamation point. A rock on thing hand, and then the Hawaiian like
hang loose, baby.
Is that what that is? Yeah, I'm not a surfer like you.
Elvis, hang loose, surfing.
Wait, are you kidding? Elvis started that? If
I don't think he did it. I just think
really should have wrote that out, and I would have definitely quoted Elvis and been like, you're doing an Elvis hand.
I don't know who did it first, dude. I don't know if the hippies, in the 40s, 50s, or Elvis, or whether there were Hawaiians doing it 200 years ago. But that's what it is. Elvis did it though. He'd be like,
Elvis did a lot of things. Another thing, if I don't die on the show, I wouldn't mind dying on a toilet. That'd actually be a pretty great place to die.
If I've done what I needed to do, because I got to tell you, it feels good when you release. Yeah,
I have to clarify that. It has to be one of those toilets with the cushioned toilet seat like my grandparents used to have. Those are dope.
Oh, what about the ones? My mom has the padded seat with the color changers. Like there's a light in there, and the water goes. Yeah, the water goes pink, blue, green, orange. She's got some kind of a light inside there that changes, so the water changes colors like every 3 or 4 seconds.
Okay, you
My
need
son
to
loves it.
hook me up with your mom, not in like that way, but like I need to find out about this toilet. If I need to find out if it's on a co-host of the Yeah Come On show, part-time work.
Oh yeah. By the way, heated seat.
Heated seat.
Heated seat. Helen's doing it right. Yeah. Killing it. It's a heated seat. You sit down, it's cushiony, and the water's changing colors. It's a pleasure to go in there. I'm not going to kid you. I feel like when I go to the bathroom, I'm ruining something, but you know.
Damn, heated
Yeah,
seat.
got it going on. Things you
I thought
didn't
I was
know.
fancy getting that, and like my new car has heated seats in the back seat. I was like, oh, I'm swanky. But
You are.
dude,
That's
heated
nice.
toilet seat.
Nice. You've
Welcome
come
to
a long
2020.
way from the Camaro, baby.
Okay, this one says, dude, okay, I don't recall this, so you might have to refresh my memory here. Steve, you nailed Junior. And I'm
Yeah,
going to guess
Junior.
that this means a George W. What is
No.
you nailed Junior? Or did you
Dale
sleep
Arndt.
with somebody named Junior? Do you do
Dale-
a Dale Jr. impersonation?
No, I hung out with Dell Jr. in Vegas because the guy I worked afternoons with, his uncle was like Junior's handler. So we went out to the clubs on Junior's dime and got to sit in his sections and hang out with him. But, you know, I just joked around. We'll tell you that dude was hitting anything he wanted to hit. Yeah, props. I don't know if he's married now or not.
Do you do an impersonation of any juniors?
No.
Is it Martin Luther King Jr.?
No, I've never imitated him. I mean, I've had dreams. No. I have a dream. No, I can't. I don't know. I don't know any other junior that I could have done. I don't know.
Stop
junior.
culture. I can't even
What?
make a joke. Cultural.
Shut up.
Appropriating Martin Luther King Jr. I have an idea. Let's have a podcast. 2 white guys in suburban Atlanta, north of Atlanta, trying to do imitations of Martin Luther King Jr. Next, we're going to be Al Sharpton and Reverend Jesse Jackson.
Yeah, and I'll have Andrew Young on the show to tell us who does it the best. Yeah, it sounds fantastic.
I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. It just said Steve Nailed Jr.
Nailed Jr. I don't know.
Did you sleep as one of the 419? Well, I guess you would know about them. One of the 418, were they a junior?
Mm-mm.
Were they? Well, okay. Hang on. Let me rephrase that. Were any of them a midget?
No, never had sex with a midget. Never even had a midget in the room. No. I can't get there from here. I don't know. I'll think about what they're talking about, whether it was a voice or sex. I don't know. Maybe I talked about, did I do somebody's voice? I'm trying to definitely think about that. Hey, man. The hell.
I don't know. You sound like every one of my friends' dads growing up.
Well, I'm just trying to think, hell. Sound like, Dale Earnhardt Jr. I don't know. Hell. You like Mountain Dew?
Damn it. This is really bothering me.
I know you got this one. We got to let go. I don't know who that is.
I'm sorry.
Right back to them and ask them who they're talking about.
Who is Junior?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I'd tell you if I knew.
Junior Soprano?
No, I don't do his voice. Junior. Now you got me. All right, now I got to join you thinking about it. I was not thinking about it. Trying to push on.
If you think I'm somebody that doesn't get hooked on something stupid like this easily, you ask the wrong person to work with you.
Junior. I hear you, Junior. Now Junior, J.R. Ewing? Would have been J.R.
It was J.R. It said it was J.R. I just took it as Junior.
All right, well, maybe it was J.R. Ewing, where I was like, now, who would he be talking to? Now, Bobby? Now, listen to me, Bobby. I don't know. I never tried to do J.R. from Dallas. God bless him.
I do have Matt. That is. I know. I do have Matt. Ewing is. Can you do Patrick Ewing? He's Jamaican.
Patrick Ewing? Oh, you're talking about the basketball player. I thought you were talking about somebody from Dallas. No, I can't do him. Hey, man.
No, dude, mix. Different Dallas.
Sorry, man. Yellow, man. How you doing?
No, I can tell you this. He doesn't talk like that.
Okay. The white boy Hacho? I don't know.
All right, I'm just gonna wrap it up with one more. Brillo Darby wrote in, well, do you think the singer from Thunder listens to the podcast? Podcast,
Gotta.
2 words, pod and cast. No, I shouldn't be this dick. Why am I being a dick? I need to stop. Sorry, guys. No, he probably doesn't. Oh, yeah. Quit giving Jack Daniels free ads. I think they should give you a free case plus money for the free shit you have already done. And
I agree.
I agree. Yes.
I agree. You know what? We agree. Thank God Legends has given us some liquor. Jesse James has given us of Jackal fame some of his liquor. And that's about the only gifts we've received. I've tried to get Jack. I've talked about Jack my entire career. I had a Jack Daniels bar on the Georgia side of my Smoking the Bandit bar down in McDonough. Nobody could give more. And I just got myself a bourbon barrel from Jack Daniels whiskey. So, what the hell? Yeah, Jack, somebody contact Jack Daniels. Somebody also contact anybody else that we talk about shamelessly. Let's talk to Thunder. I want to talk to the lead singer. I want permission to play Loved Walked In. I do. That's about it.
Finally, somebody wrote, Warner Music, got to get paid. I assume that's how you said it.
I did. I don't know what we're going to make. I don't know what we're going to make on a podcast right now because, the band Thunder, it's not Thunder. It's their damn record label, man. And I don't want to say damn. I don't know whose ass I need to kiss. But I'm like, let us have it. Let us have it.
I'm just curious. I don't know if people that listen to the show are actually like musically inclined, but if anybody would be willing to want to create a song,
there you go.
Possibly praising Steve's career and just absolutely shitting on mine because it's not, I wouldn't even call it a career. I could just call it like I've shown up to work and hit the time clock and then I left at some point.
No, you made good impressions. There's a lot of crazy shit I've done, but you've done well. I'd be interested if somebody can make us a little "Yeah Come On" show song. That'd be cool. I'd definitely put them over.
Yeah, and how about this? And on top of this, I don't even have the ruling to say this, but if you can make a good "Yeah Come On" show song, we will use it for our open. In the meantime, while this gets resolved, we will pimp it out if you want to sell it on Apple or whatever. I don't care. And on top of that, we'll even make it the song on the Yeah Come On website, which I'm not allowed to decide on.
Yeah, but that was all good stuff. I liked it.
I don't know.
I like the fact you're jumping there. I will tell you that if I get permission from Thunder, I got to roll that first, but we can end the show with your song, or before commercial break, we could play it, but your song will always be played if, especially if we like it.
Yeah.
But if somebody
maybe we'll even
have,
we would probably have to have you on the show.
Yeah, I think so. And then, so we'll put you over. You put in the time. We'll get you paid. This show will pay you. Well, not personally, but
let's be real. I'm on this show, and I am obviously not missing a meal. Fuck, I got like 5 chins at this point.
No, and I'm in the 3rd level of my home right now, so I'm doing something right.
I just sleep
I'm in the basement. People. God bless you. I just want to tell you right now, I think the costume was awesome. I think you're awesome. I think we will definitely talk to you next week. A lot of things will change. We'll see what happens. I'm not nervous, but I'm curious about who's going to be our president. Do we keep our man or we get a new man? I don't know. I'm keeping it very relaxed, but I will vote tomorrow. I'll do my part for sure.
I just suggest everybody gets out and votes, especially in Roswell where they give out free tacos.
Damn right. Well, there you have it. The Yeah Come On Show, brought to you by OxygenFinancial.com. Also brought to you by Circle285.com for all your insurance needs. You can contact them. Get a free quote. Also, you can, if you need to talk to somebody because you're going through a little something, that's Ridgeline Counseling. That's Dr. Dave Markwell. Everything from marriage counseling to counseling you. Thanks for listening. And for those of you that watched, you dug this, didn't you? The Yeah Come On Show.